Well, we get through the top 10. Those are 10 horses that I think everybody should keep their eye on. Some of them have shares left, some of them don't. Like My Jazz doesn't, Braemar doesn't, Mama Knows Best doesn't. But horses that are up top, Italian Grid, I don't know if he actually listed any shares for sale on him, Mark and I, yet. I don't know. Adrenaline Rush does, Fox Valley Brisket, Tipsy and Dixie. So just a good bunch of horses top to bottom. This is 15 horses right here, and this, as you can imagine, when you get to 15, it was simply because I couldn't chop any more off this list. The top horses on our list, I start with 40 to 45 horses and have to chop and chop and chop. I couldn't get below 15, so I stayed at 15. So for this week, 15 horses that are, I think, right now, as of today, as I'm sitting in the car when it's snowing a bit, now it's cloudy out. Top 15 horses, I believe, in our barn right now for a number of reasons. Number 15, Stacy Hanover. This filly has been on the list all year, off and on. Not really off, mostly on the list all year. I thought her best 2 training trips of her life. I took her off the training list today. She's a growing filly. She's getting big. She's getting strong. I believe Stacy Hanover's got a lot to offer. She's going to offer a lot more as the summer goes on. Is she going to be ready to be in top gear July 1st? No, maybe not. But I think by the time the summer starts rolling through, she starts putting muscle on and weight on. I think you're going to see a very, very nice filly. Stacy Hanover, we could talk for a long time about Stacy Hanover, why I bought her, where she came from, the connection with her and the colt that we didn't end up getting. But Stacy Hanover, at the end of the day, has had a number of very, very good training trips on training days. Even on the days she wasn't awesome, she was still really good. So Stacy Hanover shouldn't be a shock to anybody. She comes in at number 15. Where are you at, 14? I know there's a 14 here. Well, there's not a 14, but there's 2 13s. Not my finest day with numbers. Number 14, I can't put you ahead of you. Number 14, and I really thought this filly would come in a lot lower just because she was so impressive the other day. Rose Run, Why Not? I know there's a lot of people out there that don't Miss Meringue saying, where's Miss Meringue? Obviously, she got hurt last week. She's fine now. She jogged yesterday and today. She's a little bit taller and a little bit more narrow than Rose Run, Why Not? And I think you're going to see them fit somewhere in the middle. They're going to meet in the middle, so to speak, as the stakes season starts. I can tell you that Miss Meringue could have easily made the top 10 horses to watch list. She was on the list originally and just dropped off it. This filly's got a lot to offer, and a lot to offer on the breeding side that maybe Rose Run Why Not doesn't have, but she's got to earn it, same as she does. So Rose Run Why Not's coming in at 14 because she looked absolutely incredible on Thursday when I went with her. Thursday, I think. Yeah, it was Thursday I went with her. She was so good. Rose Run Why Not easily in at number 14. Number 13, you want to know how tough this list is? A horse that I've been touting and talking about for 8 weeks? GW Chrome. I couldn't put him in 12th. He had to go in 13th. GW Chrome is in 13th. Trained great on Wednesday when I went with him. Looked really, really, really good. And has looked great for a while. GW Chrome looking good and coming in at number 13 on the top 15 list right now. Number 12, Lincoln Hanover. This is a horse that has been moving quickly through the lists over the last 4 weeks. Mario, I said it to him in January. Just keep jogging him. We're going to start training him back lightly, and then when the corks come off, we'll see what we got. And this is important. You'll see lots of horses like Fox Valley Brisket also had January off, trained very hard. Then you have other horses like Northern Blizzard that worked hard all through the winter, right? Broadway Roll was lame at Christmas time. Got the work done to her, got her sesamoid crowd behind. She looks like $1 million now. Every horse is on a case-by-case basis. There's no cookie-cutter systems here. There isn't on January 15th, all the horses go this speed. On January 22nd, they all go this speed. We don't work that way. And when you look at Lincoln Hanover, that's exactly why we don't work this way. If you know this horse isn't the same as everybody else, you may want to tailor-make a training schedule and regimen for him, and that's exactly what we did. So Lincoln Hanover looks very, very, very good. He comes in at number 12. Number 11 didn't really slip down the list, just has kind of been in neutral since he got that curb crowd. Roy Hill, he looked very good training the other day. James had him bottled up behind me. The only thing I think Roy Hill needs to work on is sitting. He needs to sit in a hole and behave himself and stay quiet so he's more effective on the end of the mile. James moved him over to the lane. I forget who he had, but he just inhaled both of us and drove away, wrapped up. Roy Hill looked very, very good. So Roy Hill's in at number 11. For those of you asking, I believe, as far as I know, those big races are still on, the next generation races. Roy Hill, too bad we didn't have 2 spots in there. I'd love to have Desperado in there too, but Roy Hill looks very, very good right now. Number 11, Roy Hill. Number 10, War We Welcome. How good is this top 10 list? War We Welcome, a horse I've touted, is almost our best horse overall. Comes in at number 10. She trained great 2 weeks ago. We got some work done on her. She's a little back on her knees. We backed off with her for 2 weeks. Mario said, she's ready to go right now. We train her. I said, yeah, that's no problem. We're going to train her a little bit come Wednesday. She's going to be in the drone sets. We're going to have her in an easy set and see how she looks. What I'm looking for, if you go back and look, when she was in Top Gear, she was awesome 2 weeks ago under the drone. I want to know what she's doing in 5th gear. I want her to be as smooth in 5th as she is in 1st. And I think we'll probably see that on Wednesday. Number 10, War We Welcome, Ontario bred filly, and is one of our best horses. Number 9, Desperado. I love Desperado. Am I being a little biased? I don't think so. He obliterated everybody when I went with him in the last drone set, and then off the gate the other day. Mario said he was good. Mario said he's a horse for you, and you got to keep his attention all the time, right? I've always been a little more aggressive driver. He's not the horse where you want to let him settle in the middle half and think he's going to come 26 seconds on the end of it. You got to keep him on his toes. He might come 26. He might be a really nice horse. You just can't let him back off into neutral. You got to keep him ready to attack all the time. And a Desperado is just a very, very nice pacer. I don't care. He'll grow on everybody in the barn. I know James has said he's okay and he's this, he's that. He'll learn to love this horse as much as I do. He's just a very, very nice horse to be around. Number 8, this filly, I had her 4th a minute ago, or when I started this list, and I had to move her back down a little bit. That's my girl. I think this is a filly, as we get closer to go time, real go time, like stake time, this filly's going to be up near the top. She is impressive. James really believes this is a top-notch filly, and I think she is too. Remember, the only reason I bought any horses in Indiana this year was this filly. I looked at all the catalogs with all the Indiana horses in them. I looked at all the pedigrees. I looked at all the videos. That's my girl, was my number 1 pick overall in Indiana this year. We factoring in affordability, factoring her breeding, the way she looks. And then when we had her looked at and they said, yeah, she stands very correct, it was a pretty easy thing to do. And that's my girl. I did have some concerns in the middle of spring that she was just okay, but she has really, really turned it on the last 4 weeks. And James said this is a legit filly. I hope he's right, and I think he is. That's my girl, number 7, Blue Monk. We've talked about Blue Monk, and he comes in at number 7. This is a big, strong colt. All he wears is a line pole on the outside. He can absolutely fly. Coming off the gate, Mario put him on the front end. I went by him down the lane with first glance, and he come back on and beat me. That's how nice this horse is. I think Blue Monk is just a competitor, a fierce, fierce competitor for the up the credit or the this and that. He doesn't wear a boot, nothing. There's a line pole on the outside. He can absolutely fly. Really excited to see what's going to happen this summer with Blue Monk. Where are you at, number 6? Number 6, I'm a Lovely Lady, comes in at number 6. This affiliate might be at number 2 last week. Wasn't that she did anything wrong. She finished 2nd in the drone sets, I think. She finished 2nd in the, coming off the gate, but was in very, very tough. But I'm a Lovely Lady is a very good horse. This is how good our Ohio group is for this year, is that a horse that I thought could be number 1 overall from everybody is at number 6. Number 6, I'm a Lovely Lady. Number 5, Walk on the Moon. He's really starting to look good. I told you guys, Mario said this is your best colt. I don't know if I believe that. As I said, he's got a little work to do to be our best horse, but that sprint that he put on from the head of lane to the wire the other day on the drone was nothing short of impressive. And Walk on the Moon easily in at number 5, another Ontario bred. Number 5, Walk on the Moon. Where are you at, number 4? Number 4. Why can't I find a number 4 here anywhere? Oh, I'm going to have to do it the hard way. You know what? I did have a number 14. I made a little boo-boo. So I'm going to put, I'm going to have to move her up. Number 4. This is a soft number 4. Number 4, Walk On, or Eglare AM. Eglare AM and GW Chrome house the same number in the bottom of my list, but Eglare AM has been very, very good. I don't know if she's been better than GW Chrome. Nevertheless, Eglare AM, this is a sister to Harness AM, has been training great. I believe did win her training set the other day. Looked great in her set off the gate the other day. Has just been doing a lot of things very, very well and looked great the other day and has looked great for a while. So Eglare AM comes in at number 4. Pretty tough to put her ahead of I'm a Lovely Lady. Nevertheless, I'll leave it as that. Number 3, Beef and Cheddar. Beef and Cheddar has been nothing short of awesome forever. Beef and Cheddar has been great since we started training him. He looked awesome for Mario the other day. He looked great when I went down and saw. I was walking through the barn after, asking the caretakers how the horses eating their lunch. He was bouncing in his stall. He's ready to rock right now. I think he is anyway. Beef and Cheddar, easily number 3. Number 2, Won My Heart Hanover. She couldn't dethrone the king. He's back. Seems like he's back. You guys should know who number 1 is. Number 2, Won My Heart Hanover, was great. She wasn't great the other day. She won her training set. She won her training set off the gate and looked very, very comfortable and did it very, very easily. Moved her 3rd to 1st at the mile marker and drove away. She was great, but just kind of felt blah. And then I saw her on the track today. She had her head down. She wasn't bouncing around like she usually does. I think she's just getting over the virus a little bit. Won My Heart Hanover has just been nothing short of awesome for a long time. But the horse I put at number 1 is the horse that's always been at number 1 for a long time. The only time he fell at a number 1 is when we weren't sure, is something wrong? Is something not wrong? He looked awesome today. You know who I'm talking about, Eternity Road. He looked awesome today. He looked awesome in the drone set last time. He's just looked very, very good for a long time. My only concern was when he was making breaks, are we seeing him come unglued? Is there something really bothering him and we really haven't seen it yet? We took him up to the vet. She crowd both his splints. They were killing him. One, the left one, and particularly the right one a little bit. She injected his left hind ankle. There was a little swelling in it. Fluid was good. He seemed really good. Looked like it might have been secondary to something else. And Eternity Road certainly looked like he was back on track today. And again, when he went behind the gate the other day, just an incredibly talented, fast horse. We talk about all these horses being fast, being durable, being quick on their feet, being able to take advantage when other horses leave doors open for them. I think Eternity Road's the type of horse that just kicks the door down, right? He just bullies everybody because he's a talented, big, strong colt. He fits in another bracket than everybody else. He just appears to be that good. Sure, anybody in this top 15 list has their day in the sun, and they all look great. Many of the horses in the top 10 list I made are going to look great moving forward. This horse has looked great since day 1. And Eternity Road, I think it's fair to say, is our best horse thus far in 2020. And he's going to have to earn it. But it looks like he's on track to have a very, very good summer. So that's our top 15 list. I'd try and... Stacy Hanover, 15. GW Chrome, 14. Rose Run, Why Not, 13. I think that was reversed, 14 and 13. 12, Lincoln Hanover. Number 11, Roy Hill. Number 10, War We Welcome. Number 9, Desperado. Number 8, That's My Girl. Number 7, Blue Monk. Number 6, I'm a Lovely Lady. Number 5, Walk on the Moon. Number 4, Eglare AM. Number 3, Beef and Cheddar. Number 2, Won My Heart Hanover. And number 1, been that way for a while, is Eternity Road. So those are all the top 15 and 10 lists. I think it's important to bring these to you guys. It's no joke. I mean, we're getting down to it now. These horses would have been in the race bikes tomorrow had we had an open house for our babies, but they are not. They didn't win the race bike, and they'll be going in the race bike. As I said, I'm looking at the calendar. Looks like the 23rd. They'll be heading out in the race bike to put some heavy work in. We should have the track graded by then, stone dust on it, ready to rock. Should be a cool day. Wednesday, for those of you right now, Wednesday looks like it's going to be our next drone session. We should have plenty of horses ready to go on Wednesday. So that's our list. That's our opening. I'll be back in a minute. We still got the horses to talk about. We still got the stables to talk about. We'll get right to it in just a minute.